Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Eliza and welcome to my vlog. So yesterday I tried to do a vlog in my car and it turned into a disaster. I didn't realise I still had stuff on my memory card, and then I don't know what actually happened, but it stopped recording at one point. So in the end I just recorded a hills drive, which also didn't go as well as I'd like to. So I might just have to deal with vlogs here for the moment and hope for the best from that. So yesterday I started talking about Generation Y and stuff like that, and I think I'll just have to revisit that vlog another day. I kind of wanted to talk about what I want to get as a tattoo. I actually want to get this tattoo that's 4 different lines, probably on my wrist. I'm not too sure exactly where I want to put it yet. But they're basically the 4 rules that I live by, and that's something that's helped motivate me to start making these videos in the first place. So the tattoo has 4 different lines, and each line represents one of the different rules. The first rule is don't make assumptions. The second rule is don't take anything personally. The third rule, which is probably my favorite, is be impeccable to your word. And the fourth one is a pretty simple one, but it's kind of easy to forget, I think, but it's to always try your best. So the 4 main rules are actually based off the 4 agreements, which are by Miguel Ruiz. I guess the idea of these agreements are to try and bring happiness and create some kind of order in your life and give you some sort of basis to go off of. And I've found that it's really helped me improve who I am as a person. And as you know, I'm all about bettering myself and just becoming an all-round good person. So the 4 agreements, like I said, one of my favorite is be impeccable with your word. Essentially, being impeccable with your word just means speaking with integrity. To me, it's something that I value more than anything is honesty, being authentic, and it's probably why I'm here now voicing my opinion as per usual, because, you know, I've been given a voice and I'm here to use it, and hopefully I can use it for good. And the most important thing is when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I hold myself to it, or, you know, when I say something, I mean what I say and I say what I mean. I don't, you know, arbitrarily say things just for the hell of it. I like to have meaning and credibility in what I say. So that, for me, is a really strong one. So as well as being about truth and love and all that sort of thing, and just it's using the power of my word, and that's something that, like I said, I value really highly. So the second one is don't take anything personally. Now this one, I'll be honest, it's a struggle, and from time to time, I'm not perfect. It's hard not to take things personally, especially if someone's, you know, in your face going, hey, you suck. It's hard, but nothing others do is because of you. Everything is on them. So that's something that, like I said, it's hard to remember, but you can do it both ways, good or bad. You know, at the end of the day, what somebody's opinion is of you, it shouldn't matter. You know, we're not here to make other people comfortable. Obviously, it's nice to get along, and trust me, I'm all about the people and getting along and loving one another. But you know, there's a certain point where you have to rely on what you believe yourself to be, who you believe to be as a person, and what you want to be, you know, what you value, and being true to that. And again, that's going back to rule number 1, which is be impeccable with your word. The third one is another one that I've always struggled with, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, but it's to not make assumptions. It's important to find the courage to actually ask questions, you know, find out and express what you want or what you don't understand. Don't assume the worst, because that's what we're designed to do. We're humans, and we are created with a fight or flight response, and that's kind of now come over into the 21st century where we do that on all accounts, not just, you know, if there's like a tiger running at us. It can be in just a normal conversation with someone that we don't necessarily like, who pushes our buttons. Another point I'd like to make about not making any assumptions, it avoids a lot of misunderstandings. If we communicate with each other and we're just upfront, and again, this is being about, you know, going back to being impeccable with your word and integrity in what we're saying, like being honest, hey, I don't get what you're saying, you know, and it can work with anything, friendships, relationships, people you don't like, bosses, family members, friends, like whatever, you know. It's, if we're just guessing or assuming, you know, we're putting a lot in a basket of, like, we don't actually know. We're just assuming the worst, and of course things are not going to go as planned or how we like them to if you're relying on someone to react the way you want them to react, if that makes any sense. Another thing about making assumptions and not making them is, if we make assumptions, sometimes that can make us sad, it can make us angry, it can cause drama. So to me, it's very important that I communicate with everyone. I know I'm annoying, but that's just me. I've accepted that I'm a weird person. My quirks are my quirks. But you know what, my friends appreciate who I am. They trust what I say. They believe in what I'm saying is true to who I am, and that I mean what I say. And, something like that can just completely transform the way that you live and you get on with your day. Obviously, like I said, I'm not perfect at it, and I do tend to take things personally as well. I am only human. As I said with the fourth rule, it seems like an obvious one, always doing your best, but we tend to forget it, we get down, we, fall down, and we get in tough situations, and sometimes bad thing happens, and then another bad thing happens, and you get in this negative spiral, and of course nothing wants to get you out of it. I get it. I've been there. We've all been there. And if you haven't, I guarantee you will go through that too. But the whole point of always doing your best is, no matter what, where we are, how we are right now, your best is going to change. My best today may be not as good as yesterday. As long as I'm trying to integrate these rules together and do the best I can at being the best person I can, the one I want to be, who I know I can be, who I is true to who I am. If I can do that and try my best today, then that's all I can do. I mean, think about it. One day you're sick, one day you're healthy. The day you're sick, your best is going to be your best you can be as sick. Maybe that's not getting out of bed, or maybe that is getting out of bed, and that's all you can do. But on a day when maybe you're feeling great and your best is running 50 errands, 10,000 steps, 50 sit-ups, 20,000 push-ups, I don't really know, whatever you want to do on your healthy day, whatever helps you improve yourself as a person to make a difference, do it. That's your day. Basically, if you do your best in every circumstance, and like I said, when you're sick it may be different to when you're healthy, or a shitty day outside may not be as good as like a sunny day when you've got, a million free hours or something like that. But if you do your best under these circumstances, you won't be self-judging, you won't be self-abusive, and you won't have any regrets. And that's the biggest thing for me, and I think the whole reason why I want to get this tattoo, which like I said, I'm still not sure exactly where I want to put it yet. If I do it like on my wrist, depends with work and stuff like that, but doing this each day, like, I can be better tomorrow. I can try today, and maybe I don't do my best 100%, maybe I almost reached it, but you know what, I'm not going to give up. Tomorrow's going to come no matter what. I can do better. I have time to change. If you're always doing your best, whatever you didn't do today, you can do tomorrow. We're always changing. We're always improving. I mean, that's the attitude I feel like I've learned through these rules. It's really important to commit to these. And like I said, doing my best, that kind of covers you. If you have a shitty day, you know what, okay, maybe I didn't do as much as I would have liked to yesterday, but to be honest, I was having a shit day. I didn't sleep. Whatever the reason, that means you're not regretting anything. Getting to the end of your life and having regrets isn't about regretting all the things you've done. I don't regret getting drunk and getting hungover. I mean, I experience things. Experience for me, I'm an experience junkie, give me experience. Anything except jumping out of an airplane and bungee jumping. All those things, they give me like sweaty hands thinking about it. For me, doing these sorts of rules, trying to live by these kind of standards, like I said, I've had days where I've probably done nothing, but I realize that sometimes not doing something one day can set you back like 6 months. And so for me, this has been my goal, like I said, to try and get these videos up and running. So I'm hoping this one's going to be better than my last two. I'm slightly embarrassed of the other two that I put up. I think, I'm getting more to the point of what I want to do and getting more comfortable with it. It's a whole different process from setting up my phone in my car and talking to myself, to trying to think about a way that's kind of structured and a little bit more easier for people to understand. I guess there's one thing that I really do want to stress, and that is there is greatness in everybody. You know, I used to look at celebrities or sports stars or people who just I like idolize, you know, heroes, whatever, and you look at them and you go, what is in them, that greatness? Like I wish I had that, you know, but I'm just me. I'm just an everybody. I'm an average or whatever. Like I'm not built for greatness. I don't have that. Whatever they've got, I mean, I would love, but I don't have. It's actually, greatness is in all of us. It's there. You just have to figure it out how to get it. I think getting the negative people or the negativity out of your life altogether to focus on you. Spend some time alone. Like, give yourself a chance to figure out what it is you actually want to do, what you want to do in your life that makes you happy. You know, there's a difference between you know, working to live and living to work. So it's important to find to do something that you love doing, and greatness comes from that. We look at these great people and go, wow, like I don't have that. I wish I had that. And it's like this unattainable thing, greatness, you know. It's this thing that it's not in my genes, it's not in my blood, it's not in my bones, that's for sure. But you know what it is? The difference is they figured it out. They figured out what they want to do. They figured out what their passion is, what they value doing, what their strengths are. And everybody has a strength. Everybody has something that they can contribute, that they enjoy doing. And I am sure as shit you can make a job out of it. But it's hard. If it was easy, every single person would do it. The greatness is in you. You have to figure it out. I can't tell you what you're good at or what you should be doing. And anyone who tells you you should, fuck off. Fuck off. Anyone who tells me I should do anything, it's like an automatic thing. My hearing turns off. Like I block them out. I don't actually like that person anymore. Maybe not that extreme, but I'm not here to make everybody else comfortable. I'm here to make myself comfortable. I'm not putting myself through pain or judgment or abuse or regret or self-loathing or anything like that. I'm not going to go do a job for the rest of my life that I hate doing. This is something I love doing. I want to be able to do this as a job. It's going to be something that I do as a teacher. I want to teach people to think differently, not just, hey, what's 2 + 2? Or do you know what happens if you mix this much water in this much soil and you can figure out the porosity and all that sort of stuff. Cool. Maybe there is somebody who is interested in that, and for that person, go out and do it. But you know what I want to teach? I want to get people interested in finding the information, figuring out what they want to do in life and how they can contribute. The world is different now. The way that we work is completely different to how it used to be. Sometimes you might have the best idea and you might tell your best friend or your mom or your dad or your grandparents, and you might not get the response you want. You might not get good for you and you can do it. The only person who has to see it happening and see it in you is you. That's it. If you believe it, then you can do it. Yes, you can't just walk into your dream job. It's about taking steps. It's about moving in the right direction. Moving forward is moving forward. It may not be at the pace you want. It may not be to the step that you want it to be. But if you do the things that you can do and always try your best at it, be impeccable to you, who you are, your integrity, what you love doing, what you're passionate about. Don't take a paycheck because it's slightly more than somewhere that you might actually enjoy working on. If you work, then you can build your way up, because if you're doing something you love, you will always be looking for the next thing you can do that's better, that's more. You get a bigger feeling of accomplishment out of that high that you get from helping, doing something that you love doing. If you felt it, you know what I'm talking about, right? Do that for work, do that for money, do that to live and be a part of the society. Be someone who can contribute and contribute positively. Do something and make a difference. You can do anything you goddamn want to. Don't listen to other people's opinions. If you believe it, hope is so much stronger than fear. You just need to know what you're hoping for. So on that note, just remember, we are all great, you're great, I'm great, we're all happy. Let's get along and do it. So until next time, thanks again. I've had fun with this one, and peace out. Mwah.